Fact 1. Thierry Henry became Arsenal's greatest player ever. Thierry Henry didn't just become an Arsenal legend. For many fans, he became the Arsenal player. After joining the club in 1999, Henry transformed from a talented winger into one of the deadliest strikers football had ever seen. And once he found his rhythm, the Premier League simply couldn't stop him. He scored 228 goals for Arsenal, making him the club's all-time top scorer. But it wasn't just about numbers. It was the way he played, the speed, the elegance, the confidence, the aura. Henry made football look smooth. Defenders looked nervous every time he picked up the ball, especially when he started drifting in from the left side, because everyone knew what was coming, and somehow nobody could stop it. At his peak, Thierry Henry wasn't just Arsenal's best player, he felt like the Premier League's main character. Fact 2. Thierry Henry led the legendary Invincibles. In the 2003-04 season, Arsenal did something that still sounds impossible today. They went the entire Premier League season unbeaten. 38 games, no losses. And Thierry Henry was the star of it all. He scored 30 league goals that season and completely terrorized defenders with his pace, movement, and finishing. But what made Henry different wasn't just the goals. It was the aura he played with, the confidence when he ran at defenders, the calmness in one-on-one situations, the way entire stadiums expected something special every time he touched the ball. The Invincibles became one of the greatest teams in football history, and Thierry Henry was the face of that era. Fact 3. Thierry Henry had one of the greatest auras in football. Thierry Henry didn't just play football, he walked onto the pitch with superstar aura before the match even started. During his Premier League career, Henry scored 175 goals, won the Golden Boot 4 times, and became one of the most feared forwards football had ever seen. But honestly, the numbers still don't fully explain him. It was the aura, the swagger when he walked out of the tunnel, the calm expression before big moments, the confidence when defenders tried to close him down. Henry played like somebody who already knew exactly how the game was going to end, and once he started running with the ball, the aura became even bigger. Defenders backed away instead of diving in. Fans stood up expecting something magical to happen. The craziest part? Everyone knew what Henry wanted to do: cut inside, open his body, and curl the ball into the far corner. And somehow, nobody could stop it. At his peak, Thierry Henry didn't just feel like a footballer, he felt untouchable. Fact 4. Thierry Henry proved his greatness at Barcelona.
Thierry, what does it mean to you to finally get your hands on the Champions League trophy?
It's unbelievable. Sorry I lost my voice a bit, but I have no words to describe what we have done, what we have achieved this year. I mean, it's not only the Champions League. No team has ever done the treble in Spain, and we will always remain as the first one to do it, so it's something amazing.
A lot of players dominate one league and struggle somewhere else. Thierry Henry wasn't one of them. After conquering the Premier League with Arsenal, Henry joined Barcelona and became part of one of the greatest football teams ever assembled. Playing alongside Lionel Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, and Samuel Eto'o, Henry helped Barcelona win the historic treble in 2009, La Liga, Copa del Rey, Champions League. And even in a team filled with superstars, Henry still looked world-class. His movement, intelligence, finishing, and experience made him a perfect fit for Barcelona's style of football. By the time he left Spain, Henry had already proven something important. His greatness wasn't just about the Premier League. Thierry Henry could dominate football anywhere in the world. Fact 5. Thierry Henry helped France win everything. Thierry Henry wasn't just a club legend, he was also a winner with France. He was part of the French team that won the 1998 FIFA World Cup and UEFA Euro 2000, one of the greatest international teams football has ever seen. And even surrounded by legends like Zidane, Henry still became one of France's most important players. His pace, movement, and finishing made him deadly on the international stage too. By the end of his France career, Henry became the country's all-time top scorer for many years and cemented himself as one of the greatest French footballers ever. Fact 6. Thierry Henry made football look effortless. One thing that made Thierry Henry different from most strikers was how easy he made football look. Everything felt smooth. The dribbling, the first touch, the finishing, the way he glided past defenders like he wasn't even trying. Henry could score screamers from outside the box 1 minute, then casually chip the goalkeeper the next. And somehow, he always looked calm while doing it. That effortless style became a huge part of his aura. Watching Thierry Henry at his peak felt less like watching a striker and more like watching somebody completely in control of the game. Fact 7. Thierry Henry became a football icon beyond the pitch.
Celebrity you would most like to meet but haven't yet met?
Henry.
Is New York better than London?
Okay, so for me, because of...
It's quick fire to mix.
No, I have all my time, all of Famer.
Obviously, we know that you're friends with Jamie, but he doesn't actually really have your number. Does Thierry have your number?
Thierry does.
What I said wasn't for free. I want the shirt, man. Come on.
Let's see the guns.
No, because, he doesn't have my body, so he doesn't want to show that.
One of my favourite moments was speaking to Pep Guardiola off camera. He actually grabbed me and said, "Jules, please can you say hi to Titi back in the studio?" So Thierry, a special message for you from Pep.
Yesterday at the Emirates, and we call it the Thierry Henry effect. Have a look at this.
Look at that.
Did you see the faces?
That is amazing.
They were beside themselves.
It was
Thierry.
after me though, really, wasn't there? Come on.
Yeah, you hear them say, "Where is he? Where's Micah? Look at this."
Thierry Henry wasn't just respected by Arsenal fans. He became one of the most admired footballers in the world. From iconic Nike commercials to unforgettable celebrations, Henry had a presence that made him stand out everywhere. Even years after retirement, fans still talk about his goals, his style, and especially his aura. Very few players made football look as cool as Thierry Henry did. Fact 8. Thierry Henry's legacy still feels untouchable. Goals, trophies, records, aura. Thierry Henry had everything. He dominated the Premier League, conquered Europe with Barcelona, won major trophies with France, and inspired an entire generation of football fans. But what truly made him special was the feeling he gave people while watching him play. The confidence, the elegance, the magic. At his peak, Thierry Henry didn't just feel like a footballer, he felt larger than the game itself. And honestly, this is why Thierry Henry had aura. It wasn't just the goals, it wasn't just the trophies, it was the way he carried himself every single time he stepped onto the pitch. The confidence, the elegance, the swagger, the feeling that something special was always about to happen when the ball reached his feet. Thierry Henry made football look effortless, and that's why so many fans still see him as one of the coolest players to ever play the game.